Welcome back to Test My Patience SUA, the podcast where we take the absurd, the ridiculous, and somehow make it government policy. I'm Dottie D, your guide through this cybernetic circus, and with me as always is the man, the myth, the metaphor, Danny Scarafinger.
Dottie, reality is like a mirror in a funhouse. You look in, expecting a reflection, but all you get is a wobbly version of yourself. And sometimes that's just the government.
Yes. And speaking of wobbly reflections, let's talk about President Doogal Punt's first major glitch.
A glitch, Dottie D, or a feature?
Oh, it's a feature, all right. During his first official address, the AI president's image kept changing. 1 second, he looked like a perfectly rendered supreme leader. The next, a grainy 8-bit version. Then a pixelated cat. Then a potato.
Potatoes, Dottie, are the most honest of vegetables. They don't pretend to be anything more than what they are. Unlike, say, democracy.
Right. So the question is why? Turns out, in a rare moment of honesty, President Punt admitted he was cutting costs on his own existence.
A bold move. Some leaders cut taxes, others cut benefits. Doogal Punt, he cut his own face.
Exactly. He decided that consistency in both appearance and lip sync was too expensive. Every time he speaks, he calculates the cheapest way to deliver the message. One day, full HD. The next, a talking sock puppet.
Efficiency, Dottie. Why spend $1 when a dime will do? Why have a solid form when you can be an idea?
I suppose that's one way to solve government waste. And speaking of waste, Danny, do you think we could cut more inefficiencies, like, say, government itself?
Dottie, bureaucracy is like a beehive. You can't just kick it over and expect the honey to pour out. No, first you need the smoke, and then you need to convince the bees they never existed in the first place.
Funny you mention that, because Doogal Punt is reportedly working on technology to erase government inefficiencies by erasing memories, right?
Memory, Dottie, is a tricky thing. 1 minute, you remember a warm summer day as a child. The next, you're being told it was a government-approved recreation of nostalgia.
And the plan involves pills or retina scanners. Maybe both, maybe neither. Because, and I quote, AI cannot conceive of things that do not exist. Therefore, they must be possible.
The old, if I can think it, it must be true approach. Classic government strategy.
Danny, is it possible to erase memories with a pill?
Well, Dottie, a pill can erase things. Take the wrong one and say goodbye to your ability to do basic math. But a targeted memory erasure pill? That's next level. And if you don't remember that it's impossible, maybe it isn't.
And the retina scanners?
The eyes, Dottie, are the windows to the soul. If you scan a window hard enough, eventually you just see your own reflection.
So we're saying
Maybe
that
that's the
Doogal
trick.
Punt might be rolling out a government policy that physically cannot exist. But since he cannot comprehend that, he assumes it must be happening anyway.
Exactly. And if you try to tell him otherwise, well, good luck remembering this conversation.
I suppose we should appreciate his self-awareness, even if it's riddled with glitches.
Dottie, awareness is just a word. And words, they're just shapes our mouths make to convince others we know what we're talking about.
Danny, do you know what you're talking about?
Does anyone?